All right, this is 11th Honors, and if you can't tell, we're outside. I hope you can hear this, but we're going to review the vocabulary real fast. It'll be a quiz next week, and I don't remember when, but it'll be next week. Let's go quickly around. Inure.
To accustom to something, especially something unpleasant. And then, like, my sentence was, these children have become inured to violence.
Good. That's a good sentence.
Okay.
Benevolence.
I have an act of kindness. And then for my thing, I said they showed benevolence to the others.
Works. Ameliorate.
I said to improve in specifically a bad situation.
We need a sentence. Let me try to think of one real fast. To ameliorate a situation is to make it better. So he ameliorated the argument or the quarrel by negotiating, something like that. All right,
Extreme poverty. And then he died in a state of virtual pain.
very good. Cherub.
I have a beautiful winged creature. A beautiful winged child and a painting or sculpture.
Yeah, or you could say an angel. It's another word for an angel, but there was some Renaissance artist who drew these real chubby little children. You probably see them in stores, decorating their chubby little children, but they've got wings with angels. Did you use it in a sentence?
Yes, I said the museum had flowers.
Yes. Caprice.
I said impulsive change of mind.
Yeah. I bought the new car it was a caprice that I bought the new car. Usually it's capricious, but anyway, that's the idea. Filial.
Due from a son or daughter. The hug was a display of filial affection.
Yes. Give me your definition again.
Due from a son or daughter.
Yeah. And your sentence.
The hug was a display of filial affection.
Good. Metaphysical.
I have supernatural.
Yeah, that works.
And I said a metaphysical world of spirits.
Good. And supernatural works. Ignoble.
I said dishonorable in character or purpose.
Yeah, it was a noble act to pick on the ignoble act to pick on the handicapped guy. Predilection.
A preference for something. My predilection is for Mexican food.
And it was a what for something?
A preference.
Yes, very good. Good, that works. Avidity.
I have the quality or state of being avid.
Yeah,
So,
which means what?
I don't know.
Do you have avidity?
I said eagerness or greediness.
All right, so yeah, if you're avid, you're eager, but you're greedy. It's not a positive thing. What did you say, Cynthia?
I said the avidity and her consumer soul.
Good. Taros.
Said only someone to a new field or activity.
Yeah, like the rookie, but it's the same thing. He was a first-year Tyro when it came to whatever, the team. You ever heard that before? Tyro? It's a good SAT word. Liniment.
A distinctive feature or characteristic. I
Yes.
recognize those haggard lineaments.
What kind of liniment?
Haggard.
Oh, okay. And it does kind of relate to the face for some reason. Lineaments. Averred.
I said to declare positively. My sentence is Jane averred the news.
Yeah. You averred the truth. You declare it. Elixir.
I said a substance to be believed to cure all illnesses.
Good. A magical liquid, a potion. He created an elixir to cure the common cold. Multifarious.
Many and of various types.
Good.
The group did multifarious activities.
Good. Ardent. These are great words, actually. Good SAT words. Ardent, 17.
Characterized by warmth of feeling, typically expressed in eager, zealous support or activity.
Okay, good. It's very enthusiastic. You have a sentence? Yeah, that's actually a very good one. Galvanism.
It's the idea that a scientist could use electricity to simulate something.
Okay, so Frankenstein uses the theory of galvanism to bring the monster to life. Progeny.
A descendant. They are the progeny of their
Yeah.
parents.
Offspring, children, descendant. Good. Immutable.
I said not capable or susceptible to change.
Hey, dude.
I think, yeah, my sentence was the immutable laws of nature.
Good. It's unchangeable. It cannot mutate. Sacrilege.
I said outrageous.
Yeah, disrespect for something sacred. Burning the American flag is considered sacrilege. Alchemy.
The medieval forerunner of chemistry.
Yes.
I didn't have a sentence for that one.
Yeah, hypnotism is more alchemy than science. Reprobate.
I had morally corrupt.
Yes.
My sentence was his idea was
Very good. Yeah. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Chimera, or have you ever heard that before? I have to look it up. What is it? Where are we? Are we at Chimera? I gotta look this up. Did you do that one? How do you pronounce it? Okay, I was way off. Chimera or Chimera? It doesn't, I was totally off. Chimera. All right. And it is a nightmare. Okay, that's...
It's 12:50.
What did you get? Any of you?
I said an illusion or fabrication of the mind.
Yeah.
I said an illusion or fabrication of the mind.
Yeah. Usually negative. You know, like I said, nightmare, so it's a bad dream. And what was the last word?
this is galvanism.
Would you add this word recapitulation? All right. RECAPITULATION. Okay, RECAPITULATION. Recapitulation. And it means it's a summary or a restatement. Like a speech would have a recapitulation in it, it would be the end of it where it's summarized.
What's the definition again?
A restatement or summary. Which,
Do we need a sentence for that one?
yeah, the speech ended on a powerful recapitulation. Right, I gotta keep an eye on the clock. All right, this is C205, C105. All right, we got time. So turn to, I think this is the last poem. You have the questions here The questions are the poem's on 147.
When did we get the questions?
You got them on the back side of these questions. Okay. I'll read it to you. Tell me what kind of poem it is. Just look at the poem. You don't have to count anything. You don't have to read it. What does it look like? It's in the shape of a box. Sort of, it's almost square. You know what that makes it? A sonnet. And you can count it, and there are 14 lines. And let's go beyond that. Let's look at the rhyme scheme. Put the letter A next to land. We can check the rhyme scheme. Land, stone. That doesn't rhyme with land, does it? So you put a letter B. Sand, what letter would go there? All right. Frown. It doesn't rhyme with anything. We'll put C. It may supposed to rhyme with stone, but command rhymes with what? All right. Read or read, those passions read, that would be D. Things would be E. Fed would be D. Appear would be F. Kings would be E. Despair. I guess it kind of rhymes with appear. We'll put F. I think that's what they intended. Decay. G. We'll put G for that. Bear. Despair. That would be F. And away would be G. Well, that tells me nothing. Because it's not an English sonnet. It's not a Petrarchan sonnet. It may be some other kind, but at least you know it's not English or it's not Italian. I say English, I mean Shakespearean. When I say Italian, I mean Petrarchan. All right, Ozymandias. I want to read it to you, and we'll answer the question before we go. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away." They read it again. You don't have to answer anything, just read it. All right, let's look at the questions. The speaker, always start with the speaker. Who is the speaker? And we could ask who does he speak to? We can ask that, but also who did he meet? So who do we know about the speaker?
Ozymandias.
Well, actually Ozymandias does speak at some point in the poem, but not till later. So who starts speaking? Who's the one who speaks at the beginning when he says, ah? It could be. We don't know that for sure, but it's somebody who met a traveler. That's what we know. The speaker is telling us, I I guess we're his audience, that he met a traveler. All right, so that's all we know, and it could be the author. And that's who he met. All right, who's the next person to speak? The what?
The traveler.
The traveler speaks. So the next person to speak is the traveler. And what scene does the traveler describe? There are actually 3 speakers in the poem, possibly 4. So the second speaker is the traveler, and what did he find? All right, what's a pedestal?
Like a raised platform.
That's right. Good that you put a statue or something. Have you heard the expression "putting someone on a pedestal"? What does that mean?
To put them above other people.
And so that means, what are you doing? What is your attitude toward that person you put on a pedestal?
You're
You what?
you're like lifting.
Because you admire them, right? You really look up to them. Literally, if they put on a pedestal, you would have to look up to them. All right, so he sees a pedestal, but that's not all. What else does he see? Look at the second line.
Like a face.
He sees a face. So I guess there's a head. What else does he see?
A visage. Yeah. So we like analyze this in some point.
So he sees 2 legs from a monument of some kind, of course. So 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone, a face or a head in this. Where are they, by the way? Where did the speaker, the traveler, see these?
The desert.
The desert. All right, so that's the question. What scene does the traveler describe? So what would you say is the state of that statue? It's broken. It's cut in 2 or 3 or 4 parts. All right, look at question 3. What words are on the pedestal, and why are they ironic? It's near the end of the poem. So this is at least the 3rd speaker in the poem. You got the speaker, you got the traveler, and you got Ozymandias. And what does he say? These are the words of Ozymandias.
Look on my works.
And
Be in despair.
yes, what's ironic about that?
Or like it's kind of forgotten about in the middle of the day.
Right, so he's saying, look at my works. What does he think? Or what, originally, where do you think that statue was? Or what was surrounding the statue? A city, a great city. And Ozymandias is saying, look at all my works, this beautiful city, and be afraid of me. So why is that ironic that those words appear on this statue in this desert?
It's broken.
Well, because, it's the opposite of what he meant. And so just, how does it say this? Ozymandias spoke those. What do you think? Well, we'll come back to that. All right, look at 4. What kind of king was Ozymandias?
Proud, maybe?
What?
Maybe was he proud?
Did you say cow?
Proud.
Proud, yes, extremely proud. In a good kind of way. Like, you're probably proud when you do something well. Your parents are proud of you. That kind of proud, or is there some other kind of proud that you're talking about?
Like boastful?
Boastful. Look at how his face contains a frown and a wrinkled lip and a sneer of cold command. So he's a guy that was used to what? What do you think he was used to? Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of guy Ozymandias was. All right, and then finally, number 5. What is the meaning of the poem? What lesson does it teach? Consider the statue the words on the statue, the location of the statue now. What do you think the author is trying to tell us?
Maybe it's like, don't be prideful because, like, even if you think you're really important and everything, in a few years, like, no one's gonna remember who you are.
Exactly. Right. It's the irony of people in power. They think they're going to last forever, and he doesn't. So just remember that this poem has 3 speakers. Be able to identify those 3 speakers, and the irony in the poem. That's the primary literary device, and the meaning. Those 3 things. Meaning, 3 speakers, and that's kind of how I'm going to ask you to review for the test, which I think we've written. Now we've seen all the poems. Is like major aspects of it. Like maybe it's the speaker, maybe it's always the meaning, the irony. All right, so let me kind of check and see what we're going to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to give you the review tomorrow. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. And
You're distracting me. I can't learn.
anyway, you need to start reading the book, but I haven't assigned it, so I'll give you the assignment tomorrow. I'll give you some questions. I don't know, it's not going to take us that long to read it. 2:05, I think. Oh, whatever it is, I'm probably